I think I'm just brunette because of the books.
And everyone knows blondes are nicer anyway.
Numerous celebrities, both past and current, have caused problems for Blake Lively. And some of the names on this list may surprise you. Prior to his relationship with Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds was married to Scarlett Johansson in 2008, and they divorced in 2010. Are you aware of what else occurred in 2010? Ryan and Blake were the only actors in the Green Lantern movie. March 2010 marked the beginning of filming, which concluded in August 2010. On set, people reported feeling the intense energy between Ryan and Blake. On that set, they often touched one another and were giddy and flirtatious. The absurdity of the situation is that both of them were in relationships at the time, with Ryan being married to Scarlett and Blake dating Penn Badgley. The fact that Ryan and Blake were dating was evident from their Green Lantern publicity tour. They spent a lot of time alone together despite their claims to be simply friends, and Ryan once said that he realized he had gone too far. Blake ended his relationship with Penn 3 months following the press tour. Scarlett said that Ryan was never home near the end of their marriage, and Ryan announced their separation the same month. The logistics of being with another actor are challenging, especially when two people's careers are going at the same rate, Scarlett once said, addressing the ramifications of being with a fellow actress without naming names. It might be difficult even if one individual achieves greater success than the other. Perhaps there is a competitive element. The actress was presumably talking to Ryan because she is now married to Colin Jost, who works in a different field. Scarlett did, however, add that rivalry may damage a relationship with a co-star, and it was said that this was one of the reasons she and Ryan split up. Ryan can be an overbearing control freak, an unverified source told the Daily Mail in 2010. She is more independent, and he is more conventional. According to the rumors, Ryan didn't like seeing Scarlett succeed more than he did. People are starting to realize that Ryan could enjoy running his partner's company because of the drama on It Ends With Us, and the way he changed some of the dialogue. After a waitress reported seeing Ryan and Blake enjoy a romantic evening in December 2010, the rumors became even more bizarre. It was just the two of them, and they were flirting and laughing, the waitress claimed. It appeared to be a date. You would think they were a couple if you didn't know who they were. People firmly believe Blake was responsible for Scarlett and Ryan's breakup for these and numerous other reasons. Ryan and Blake talked about some thrilling things they did before they started dating, despite the fact that neither party has ever acknowledged these claims. According to Ryan, it took place a year following Green Lantern. Back then, we were friends, the actor remarked. We were both unmarried, so I recall it being humorous. We went out on 2 dates. I was going out with another female, and she was going out with another guy. According to the official narrative, they were never romantically linked until they both decided they were in love with one another after splitting from their ex-partners. However, the claims aren't going away because Kat Marnell, a reporter for Glamour and Vice, recently revealed shockingly that Ryan had cheated on Scarlett with Blake. In a now-deleted tweet, Kat stated, "Fun fact, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds hooked up when RR was still married to ScarJo and holed up in a NOLA hotel room during the Green Lantern." The author of Green Lantern said that they had fallen in love while filming the movie in New Orleans, which is another interesting truth. Kat went on to allege that by intimidating the participating reporters, Blake and Ryan prevented these stories from being published. Scarlett dislikes Blake despite the fact that they are both employed in the same field, despite the fact that it is uncommon to be friends with an ex's partner. However, there have been rumors that their strained relationship goes deeper than that, suggesting that the supposed adultery scandal is more to blame. According to an insider, Blake and Scarlett purposefully avoid one another by making sure they aren't in the same location at the same time, which indicates that there is still animosity between them. There have also been rumors that Scarlett despises Blake because he caused her marriage to Ryan to fail. While working on the set of A Simple Favor, Henry Golding acknowledged that he was under a lot of strain, even though he may not have had any direct conflicts with Blake Lively.
Hendricks and Blake Lively had a feud while filming A Simple Favor?
I think they got on pretty reasonably well.
Although the actor plays complicated best friends in the movie, there was reportedly a lot of animosity between the two actresses on production. The actors co-star with Anna Kendrick and Blake. Henry disclosed that he was quite anxious to collaborate with Anna and Blake because he grew up adoring them on TV. It was a fairly small set, he remarked. It's simple to become quite anxious about it. Additionally, there were certain days when I asked myself, what am I doing? Why am I here? However, he was terrified by the two women and frequently doubted his confidence, even though he finally got along. There have been rumors that Henry's encounter with Blake was also caused by Anna and Blake's awkward relationship on set, even though it may have had a lot to do with Henry's admiration for the actress and his anxiety when he finally had the opportunity to work with her. In an interview, Henry was questioned about the rift between the two actresses. He responded that they got along fine, but he didn't sound very certain, which made him seem somewhat nervous. This leads us to another famous person who has previously made fun of Blake. It seems that Anna and Blake had a heated argument on the set of A Simple Favor, which is absurd because they returned to the location to shoot the sequel, which was completed in April 2024. The altercation was reported to have started when Anna was making fun of Taylor Swift during their September 2017 filming, which didn't sit well with Blake, Taylor's best friend.
A few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. How quickly do you...
Don't touch her.
Anna may have insulted Taylor in front of Blake since she has also been known to be impolite to customers and employees in the service sector.
No, but like, I really would really like to be a Disney princess.
I'm sure that dream will come true.
I'm sure there's
Because a dream is a wish.
Anna, in particular, was competitive with Blake and was constantly asking to make sure she got more promotion than Blake, and even made us Photoshop her cleavage in the Simple Favor poster to be as big or bigger than Blake's, revealed a podcaster who said they were told by someone who worked on the set that Blake and Anna also fought over showing off their cleavages on the poster. Then, during an interview, they had a moment where their body language suggested that things might not be going well with the co-stars.
Or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah,
Right.
and smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me...
Even though the two actresses follow one another on Instagram, Anna is happy that the platform allows her to mute users because she previously intimated that she had done so with Blake.
There's a couple people that I had muted.
As further information regarding their time on the set of A Simple Favor became available, the workers' screenshot verified that Anna and Blake detested one another and had stopped communicating by the end of the shoot. The studio had to speak with them and advise them to act like friends on their tour when they started acting like enemies, but it didn't appear to help as many more words were spoken in a lighthearted way that people took seriously. Even though Anna might have been kidding, it didn't look that way during their subsequent interview with BuzzFeed. When they discussed a call time shift in that interview, Anna claimed, "That was the day I decided I hated you," after having to wait an hour for Blake to arrive. "All of us were disparaging you." While they were on a press tour, she mimicked a face-like gesture once more. But now that they were able to collaborate once more on the A Simple Favor sequel, it's possible that all of these conflicts have been resolved. Blake and Leighton Meester, her co-star on Gossip Girl, also had a tense relationship. They weren't only great friends, as the show's viewers would have hoped, but they weren't bitter rivals either. Additionally, they frequently argued on set about unrelated topics like costumes and even screen time. It was claimed that the dispute began when the women wanted to be the center of attention during the show's last seasons and didn't want to be overshadowed. Then there was yet another fashion-related incident in which Blake became irate that Leighton had been given a larger wardrobe budget. Blake was irritated that such significant aspects were handled without her knowledge and believed she had the most success outside of Gossip Girl. In 2017, Joshua Safran, the executive producer of the show, discussed their connection further, stating, "Blake and Leighton were not friends. They were cordial, but not as close as Blair and Serena." Joshua went on to say that there was no significant tension between them and that they both have distinct personalities. But according to rumors, they began avoiding one another on set, forcing their other actors to choose a side. Even though Kate Middleton, the royal princess, didn't make fun of Blake Lively, it was the other way around when Blake ridiculed Kate over the purportedly photoshopped photo. Blake used a photoshopped photo of herself relaxing by a pool to advertise her cocktail business at this time. She later issued an apology after Kate disclosed that she had been fighting cancer. After their romance on the Gossip Girl set, Penn Badgley, also had a love involvement with Blake. The relationship ended tragically, despite some sweet moments they shared, like Blake giving Penn his first iPhone and keeping him from drinking because she doesn't drink. But Penn was devastated, and he nearly died while filming with his ex-girlfriend. Penn remained depressed after filming, claiming that half of his possessions were in a trash bag. When she first met him, his wife, Domino Kirk, acknowledged that he was a little adrift and trying to figure himself out. Penn referred to the 6 years he spent stuck with Blake on the Gossip Girl set as an endurance test. Before everything went wrong, Leonardo DiCaprio and Blake Lively had an interesting past. The Titanic star is well known for dating women under 25, and Victoria's Secret models are often his type of partner. Blake isn't a model, but she dated Leonardo when she was 24. They had a great time, as seen by the numerous dates and trips they were photographed taking, even though their romance lasted only 5 months. According to reports, they had an odd connection in which Blake would constantly send Leonardo doll photos to convey her emotions. These photos were never published, and it's unclear how they communicate with one another, although sporadic doll photos can occasionally be unsettling. But the problem began when Leonardo wanted to propose to Blake in order to take their relationship more seriously. Blake wasn't prepared either. Blake wasn't ready to move to the next level. An insider told Us Weekly about the reasons behind the split. Simply said, it happened too fast. Blake wasn't prepared to start a family. Unfortunately, Leonardo was shaken by the breakup, and it affected him while he was filming The Great Gatsby. He hid himself in his caravan and wouldn't go because of the heartache. This strained the working relationship between Leonardo and Baz Luhrmann, the film's director at the moment, on that set. Blake soon began a formal relationship with Ryan Reynolds and eventually married the actor. But in 2016, this led to yet another issue. When Blake and Leo met up at the AMFAR Gala in New York, where Ryan was present, they were overjoyed to see one another and made fun of one another in front of Ryan. According to the venue's source, whenever Blake passed by Leo, he would smile and wink. Both Blake and Leo were unable to conceal their carelessness in front of Ryan, who was incensed, despite Blake's best efforts to avoid Leo's looks. According to the source, Blake was told by Ryan to stop staring at Leo, but she was unable to resist. Additionally, it was mentioned that Ryan was envious, but didn't want Leo to know because he and his wife, Blake, have a strong bond. Leo and Blake had little to no interaction after that episode, save for the fact that Blake was happily married and that they had grown apart due to their very different lives. Leo, however, has made it clear that he disapproves of Blake since she is overly preoccupied with upholding a specific public persona. Although it may seem odd to see Zendaya on this list, body language specialists claim that during a point at the Michael Kors fashion show, Zendaya appeared to be making fun of Blake and Emily Blunt. Emily responded to Zendaya's purportedly subtle jab.
I was worried that she was flashing her vagina, so it might have been something to do with that. Zendaya doesn't look very happy, though, with her joke.
In response to the rumors, Zendaya tweeted, "I was looking at the runway." Speaking about subtle shades, Blake's It Ends With Us co-star Brandon Splenner also threw a shade at Blake when he said he couldn't talk about what made it easy for him to fall in love with her on set. When Blake pushed him to speak, he said,
Tell you, it's
You can say like really nice things.
I'm just
about
a
me.
really good actor, you know? I'm a really good actor. Everything was really challenging with Blake.
Then Blake added that Brandon preferred rehearsing with a mirror than with her. Which is funny. Justin Baldoni is the final famous person on our list. The recent controversy surrounding It Ends With Us and the actor employing a PR crisis manager speaks volumes, even though he hasn't specifically disparaged Blake. However, when he stated that he would not be directing It Starts With Us, he also conveyed a subliminal message.
I think there are better people for that one. I think Blake Lively's ready to direct. That's what I think.
Regarding their reported conflict over directing and overseeing their most recent production, Justin was apparently making a concerted effort to act professionally.